Call the meeting to order. Ask you to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tonight we're going to go right into a special presentation on the Tour de Tonka, and Mr. Litvin, Tim Litvin's here to walk us through that. Welcome.
Thank you very
No,
much, Mr. Mayor.
shouldn't it be ride us through it?
Oh, yeah, we got a bike outside. Is it all right if I stand?
Do whatever you want.
Standing, okay, thank you very much. Good evening, again, council members and city staff and community and police and fire. Thank you for allowing Tour de Tonka to come through Winstead. We've done this now for the second year. This will be the second year. Saturday, August 3rd is the day of the ride. There's riders from Winstead. There's volunteers as well from Winstead. So I'll walk you through a little bit of what Tour de Tonka is, and I appreciate any questions or comments along the way. And as the mayor said, I'll be out here by midnight as well. So, here's a little spin through some data. 19 is the 19th annual Tour de Tonka. So that's pretty cool. It's got has a nice history to it. I'll go clockwise. 51, that represents the number of people who have ridden every one of the previous Tour de Tonkas, all 18. So that's pretty cool. 43,903, that's the number of total riders that have ridden in the 18 years prior. And 103,000 on the bottom, we raised money for a food shelf. And so that amount of money is what we've raised in 18 years for the food shelf. And food shelf buying power works pretty cool. They got a 10-to-1 buying power, so that represents $1 million. So they're quite excited about that and about this relationship that we have with them. 294 is the number of miles if you added all 6 routes end to end. That's how long all the routes are in total. And then 44, in the event's history, we've had riders from 44 different states. Pretty cool as well. Next slide, please. Thank you, Neil. A little history here for you guys. These riders, the 100-mile riders, came through Winstead last year. So how many came through Winstead last year? What do you think? Who wants to take a shot? You already got your prizes, so I can't give you another one.
518.
665, you're correct. So, yeah, that was a lot of riders coming through Winstead, and it'll be the same 100 miles this year, 100-mile riders. So we're hoping for about that same number. We'll see. Thank you. This is all of Tour de Tonka. So if you threw it at one map, that's what you would see. And the 100-milers is what Winstead's a part of, obviously, and you can see where the rest stops are. Those are the yellow squares and rectangles. And then in and around the other parts of the ride are other towns. The Delano is the big fork where you're riding the 65-mile ride. You'll go straight south to Watertown, or you're going to go straight west all the way to Winstead. And the riders last year loved that County Road 30 ride because it's just nice and straight other than a couple of escorts. And so they can get up and go. And it's not a race, it's a ride, but some might think it's a race. And then the other rides spin around parts of Lake Minnetonka, various cities that we go through. And we go through 25 different cities with this event. So it's a major lift, it's a big undertaking, and you can see the distances down below. Okay, thank you, Neil. We have great sponsors, and there's 2 slides of sponsors, and these are some of those that come back willingly and every year, and they enjoy this ride. Go ahead, next one, please. Thank you. Very good. Thanks, Neil. And then there's the rider shirt. That's someone in the room. Raise your hand. Who's riding this year? Nobody. All right, you could get a rider shirt. That is the rider shirt. And the next slide shows the volunteer shirts that all the volunteers would get as well. So, and I know some folks in the room perhaps, but some in Winstead will get one of those. Thank you. Some nice quotes that came in last year from the people that rode in the event. And they ride for various reasons, as anybody does, whether it's for personal enjoyment or they're riding for a cause. And so those are some nice quotes that came in last year. And we had riders last year from 5 was the youngest that did a 16-mile ride. That's pretty adventurous. And we had a 91-year-old gentleman do the 16-mile as well. So all ages do participate. I mentioned before we had 44 states, and you can see where they've all come from in our rider history. And we're trying to make sure that they sell bikes out in Idaho and Wyoming and in Alabama. So if anybody in the room has somebody out there, send them a text if you would, please, and bring them on in. And then the next slide shows the state of Minnesota in the same regard, where riders have come from in our 18-year history, and really from across the state, almost. Again, we're looking for bikes in the northwest corner. Next slide, Neil, thank you. And then, as I mentioned, we volunteers, if anybody's interested, or if you're taping this, volunteers are needed. tourdetonka.org will get you to the location where you can sign up to be a volunteer or a rider. These are some of our riders our volunteers from last year. And then this is more of a personal slide. I've been the executive director of community ed in Minnetonka for 20 years, going on 21. And I'll retire in mid-August after Tour de Tonka, but they'll keep me on for 1 year as a consultant back to the program. So next year, standing in front of you might be somebody different, and I would hope that they'll continue. And I'm one of the things I'm supposed to make sure of, and I want to make sure of, is this is one of my babies, is that this continues. And so we'll hope for that. And again, thank you for your great partnership, Winstead. I appreciate it very much. And then the last slide just shows a little bit of the iconic start at Minnetonka High School. It really is a festive start with like a marathon start. We got music playing. We send them off in waves out the front gate there, and Old Glory is off to the right, and that's a big flag. So it's a pretty cool start. And if you're out and about that day, check it out one way or another. And that's a little bit about Tour de Tonka. Any questions or comments?
No, I think we're excited to have you in the community again, and
Thank you.
thank you for all your years of service.
Appreciate that very much. Thank you, sir. Very kind. You have a good rest of the meeting tonight. Would you guys do me a favor? Get together with your gear I just gave you. We like to put these on our website. So can I get a picture of everybody come together? You're smiling about it. You'll do it.
Don't we charge for that?
Yeah. Normally they're extra food.
You're going to get a picture
Just
with
those
the
guys.
lovely lady over here in a minute. So can we all gather like right over here, wherever you want to, and I'll do a selfie with you. I don't want to be on. Come on, Neil, get over here.
I thought it was
You
just
gotta wear
those
your
guys.
cap, you gotta wear your gear, you gotta wear all that kind of stuff. Who's gonna wear the cap? Neil.
Neil's wearing the cap.
Neil,
Steve,
way to volunteer.
Sure, I don't care.
You wear the cap.
No, I won't.
Oh, wow. That right up your
Hiker's
alley.
cap.
Got it. Sharp, man. Can we, somebody jump in
Yeah,
a
come
chair.
on over, Neil.
We'll
Sit
just-
right in that chair.
There you go. Yeah, two of them in a chair. There you go.
Old people sit down.
All right, I like it. Sorry to make it work. Okay, all right. Oh, that looks. And another. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Neil.
Thank you. I'm wearing it the rest of the meeting now.
All right. Have a good rest of the meeting. Thank you very much.
You as well.
Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Tonight, the consent agenda consists of the following items. Item A, approve the city council work session of June 4th. City council regular meeting, June 4th. City council work session, June 18th. City council regular meeting, June 18th. Item B, authorize the city administrator to execute a quotation from Quality Flow Systems to conduct pump repairs at the wastewater treatment facility for an amount not to exceed $13,324. Item C, authorize the city administrator to execute a proposal with Micro Diving and Marine Services Incorporated, conduct a cleaning and inspection of the water tower in the city of Winsted for an amount not to exceed $5,000. Item D, authorize the Winsted Police Chief or designee to close a portion of First Street South, a portion of Main Avenue, and the Winsted Lake Promenade through traffic Tuesday, August 6th through Monday, August 12th, in conjunction with the 24 Winsted Summer Festival. Item C, approve the use or operation of the following items on city streets and property Friday, August 9th, 2024 through Sunday, August 11th, 2024, in conjunction with the Winsted Summer Festival as approved by the Winsted Police Chief. All terrain vehicles, motorized golf carts, amplified music events until 11:30, outdoor food stands, outdoor vendor stands, outdoor talent contests, and outdoor wingo game event. Item F, approve a park or a parade, kids run, and 5K run walk sponsored by the Winsted Area Chamber of Commerce in conjunction with the 2024 Winsted Summer Festival on Saturday, August 10th, on designated streets and routes within the city limits as approved by the Winsted Police Chief. Item G, terminate the land lease agreement between the City of Winsted and Mr. Bert Ackerman for hangar number 16 at the Winsted Municipal Airport. Item H, approve the land lease agreement between the City of Winsted and Mr. Anthony Schmidt for hangar number 16 at the Winsted Municipal Airport based upon the successful submission of all required documents and fees to the city of Winston. Item I, approve the pledged securities that Security Bank and Trust Company has purchased for the city of Winston for the month of June 2024. Item J, approve the building permit report for the month of June 2024. Item K, approve the financial report for the month of May 2024. Item L, claims, approve the claims list for July 16, 2024. Item M, approve the off-sale, on-sale Sunday liquor license from August 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025 for the Woods Group, also known as Cakes Bar, 121 First Street North, contingent upon all state of Minnesota and city of Winston requirements being met. Item N, firework permit, approve the outdoor firework permit of application for the Winston Area Chamber of Commerce in conjunction with the Minnesota Polytechnics to provide a fireworks display over Winston Lake on Friday, August 9th, 2024, with the alternate date of Saturday, August 10th, 2024, contingent upon successful submission of all required documents and fees to the city of Winston and approval of the Winston Fire Chief. Item O, authorize the city administrator to execute a firework display contract to engage services of Minnesota Polytechnics LLC to produce and perform a fireworks display with terms and conditions on Friday, August 9th, 2024, with an alternate date of Saturday, August 10th. That's the consent agenda. Looking for a motion approval.
Mr. Mayor, a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented, and I abstain from voting on item I.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. No old business, but we have new business tonight, and the first item is the Winston Volunteer Fire Department para pension plan and increased retirement pay. Neil?
Okay, fine. Now my hair is all messy. All right, so I think it's been kind of over a number of years, but probably towards the beginning of my time here, about a year ago, the fire department had talked about joining the Public Employee Retirement Association for the volunteer fire department plan, and did some research into it. And Mr. Vanderlinde of the Relief Association did a lot of research, and I'm going to have him come on up, and along with Assistant Chief Cook, our Chief 2. I don't know, what do you go by? What's your title? Okay, Chief 2. Cook. But they can come on up and kind of explain the process.
Hello, everybody. Again, I am the president of the Relief Association for the Winston Fire Department. With this, again, there has been a lot of information taken from this. We met with a member of PARA. He came out, gave us a presentation. With that, the statewide volunteer firefighter plan started back in 2010. We are looking to move this direction mainly for ease of operations of it. We right now, within our either agreed upon procedures or our audit, whichever one we have to do every year, the price is for our agreed upon procedures is $3,000, and our audit currently is $6,000. With joining PARA, the price to maintain this is $60 per firefighter and 6 cents per investment, or per $1,000 worth of investment. So roughly it'd be $2,100 operating costs a year. Currently they are doing a incentive program for new plans being started. That is $10,000 per plan started plus $1,000 per firefighter on excuse me, on that plan. So roughly we would have a $40,000 sign-on bonus with that. With that, we do have a cost analysis that they give us every 2 years, which breaks down really where we are limited on going to our pension. And that was a big thing with this too, is that we saw we could upgrade or progress our pension quite a bit. And that was really a change, and going around to different fire departments within the community around the area, they all had quite a significance versus ours. And that was another thing. So, guess where? Yes, our assets will we'll move that within the state of Minnesota. They will control that. Ours will stay, I guess, earmarked for our investments. And it's not going to be just put into a kitty, but it's still our money marked for us. And as far as that goes, they do also have, like right now we have a member that came from Lester Prairie with 10 years, and he is able to collect. If we join this program, he's able to collect through that whole para program.
Is Lester part of the program?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that money, what he's saying is that money transfers from Lester Prairie over to ours when he retires, comes out of those. Which wasn't the case before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it makes it easier for people to join or stay.
And for, yes, recruiting purposes too. Offers, we are able to offer that.
Like Chris, who's on both, does he get something for being on our?
No.
He's different. He's an auxiliary member
Okay, so they don't get anything?
for not a retirement piece. No.
Okay.
Some of the other, if you don't mind me jumping in, but from a city standpoint, after they ran the numbers, we should not have to put in anything extra. So it should be what the state has been contributing, and that money has directly been going to the Relief Association for the retirement or the pension plans already. So this should not increase our liability.
Do you expect any of the long-term members to take advantage of the new rate and retire?
They're,
All the ones that have to, I'll say, they've been saying it for years, we ain't going anywhere until we see at least a good backlog of members that want to join, or people that want to join
Okay.
before they would retire. So I don't think it's okay, here, January 1st, this kicks in, January 10th, they're gonna retire.
Right.
I've heard from them all numerous of times, we ain't going anywhere until there's a back.
Any other questions?
No, it sounds like a good thing.
Guess if there's no more questions, thank you, and we are looking for a motion for approval.
I would make a motion to authorize the city administrator and fire chief to initiate the process to join the Public Employee Retirement Association statewide volunteer firefighter plan and increase the retirement benefit to $2,500 per year of service for eligible Winsted Volunteer Fire Department firefighters.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Maybe next time, chief too, or second chief, could comb your hair a little better.
They use your phone?
Yes.
You can borrow my hat, Todd.
Okay, we'll move on to the next item. It's Pheasant Run Service Extension Award Recommendation Letter. Neil, you want to start us off?
Yeah, as we've talked about in the past here at 114 Linden, there was a proposal to separate that particular parcel into 3 separate parcels, 2 of them being new lots where we could build homes. With that, we needed to add sewer and water services to service those lots. And Mr. Eckstein from Bolton and Mink is going to explain the bidding process for us here.
Sure, thanks, Neil. Mr. Mayor, members of the council, as Neil mentioned, we had 1 lot that split into 3, and that lot was not part of the original Pheasant Run development, and as such, there wasn't city sewer and water. in that area, so that's the need that we have right now to be able to serve those 2 additional lots. We did go out and solicit quotes for the work. The quotes were received on June 25th. 2 quotes were received that ranged from a low quote from Schneider Excavating of $75,172 to the high quote from Widmer Construction of $117,606.79. The proposed work includes all materials, labor to install sanitary sewer and water services to the 2 new proposed lots on Pheasant Run. Valuation of the bids does indicate that the bidding process was competitive and the low quote was 36% below the high quote. If the council would choose to award the contract tonight, the schedule is favorable. The contractor, Schneider Excavating, has indicated that they're ready to begin as soon as we give them the go-ahead. So there won't be kind of a delay in getting started with this project. We'll probably start within 2 or 3 weeks. We have to get shop drawings and a few things in contracts in place first. We're looking at a 3 to 4 week construction window, and there will be a short-term street closure involved with the project as well. Schneider Excavating has successfully completed projects of this type in the past. They have shown themselves to be responsible and responsive bidder, and we are recommending that the city award the contract in the amount of $75,172 to Schneider Excavating. And I would take any questions the council would have.
Would you anticipate an issue with the contractor if we put a 7-week, it's got to be done within 7 weeks?
I don't see that being an issue. We
Okay.
could add that in prior to signing contracts.
Okay. Any way we can put some teeth behind it, or?
Once they start, correct?
Right, correct.
It's 7 weeks.
Right. And what are the consequences if they don't finish?
They'll come work on your street.
Okay.
Do we have any insight into how long they're going to shut down the road? That would be Linden, the intersection?
Yeah, that's the intersection. I'm guessing it'll be a week-long closure.
Linden or Pheasant Run?
Doesn't run at the intersection. Sorry, not Linden. Doesn't run.
By the cul-de-sac intersection.
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry.
Any other questions?
No, I'm sure you'll impress upon them the importance of timely work.
Yes, I will.
Because they left a very big impression on some of us last year at the project they did.
And I will convey that message once again.
Okay, you're looking for a motion?
A motion to approve a bid from Schneider Excavating Incorporated to provide all materials and labor necessary to install sanitary sewer and water services to 2 proposed new lots in the area of Pheasant Run.
We have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Because I took so much grief from Raquel, we're not going to do item C tonight. Online payment system proposal. You want to take it, Raquel?
Sure. The City of Winsted currently works with RevTrak to provide their customers the option to pay bills and other fees with credit card payments over the internet, telephone, or in person. The city's current accounting system, which is Banyan Data, collaborates with RevTrak to deliver this information to customers, but Banyan is also compatible with a number of other companies, including Nuvei Paya, which is able to provide more options for both city staff and the municipal customer than RevTrak currently offers. Some of the additional services from Nuvei Paya include a more user-friendly payment system for both customer and city staff. The customer will have the ability to schedule their own automatic credit card electronic payments. There's additional payment options, including payment by text. The customer can view their utility bill information and limited bill history when they pay at the system website, which they currently can't see any history with our RevTrak system. the ability to email utility bills to customers, which we will consider in the future, and the ability to send text notifications to customers about bills coming due. The financial part of this project, Nuvei Paya's price proposal, which was included with City Council packet materials, indicates fees that have been waived, leaving the fee of $9.95 per month for the PCI compliance that the city will incur. In addition, with Banyan, they'll charge a $795 setup fee and an annual support fee of $195 after that one-time fee. These fees would be paid through the city's water and sewer funds, which currently pay for the RevTrak fees that we have with our current system. Currently, with RevTrak, the city pays for the customer payment transaction fee. There will be a change with Nuvei Paya, and those fees will be passed on to the customer. The customer fees will be as follows. A credit or debit card payment is 3% per transaction, and if they do an ACH payment, it's $1 per transaction. The city will continue to provide other payment options that incur no fees for the customer, to include payment by cash, check, or signing up for ACH through our system with Security Bank, and the city currently takes those fees. So we're asking for approval of executing a proposal and corresponding agreements with Nuvei and Paya to provide online payments, e-billing, and citizen engagement solutions for the city of Winsted. And with that change, with the $9.95 per month fee through Nuvei Paya and waived fees, and also with the customers taking the fees, there will be a savings to the water and sewer funds as soon as we join with Nuvei Paya.
This is not mandatory for residents.
This is not mandatory for residents, right? Because there are those other options to pay. The cash check or automatic payment through the bank.
Do we have an implementation date?
We are wanting to start as soon as we can, so it's about a 3-month process, so hopefully by October, November-ish.
The $9.95 fee is per person, per household, or what
No,
is?
that's the city's fee.
Just a once a month fee of $9.95.
Right, and that's because of that PCI, payment card industry compliance that they do annually.
And you said they're waiving that for the first year?
No, that's the only fee they are charging. They had a number of fees that they waived for setup to create our portal and to, sorry, not on that page, but they waived. It's on page 6 of the packet materials, but they waived 20 cents per e-bill when we go to electronic billing. If we do that, payment by phones, they waived the 50 cents for us, waived. Monthly portal fee, $250 per month was waived, and the initial implementation that to set up our portal, $5,000 was waived.
Thank you.
How does this help staff?
This helps staff because there's much more that if customers are paying by the credit card, it's a more user-friendly system for them, and there's a lot more information they can see and find on their own with their bill detail than what our current system has.
Does this save you any time processing?
Yes, it should, because they also provide help too, so you could, this Nuvei, if people contact them, they will provide the customer help too. Currently with RevTrak, we don't have that. All customers, if there's questions, they call us.
We anticipate a reduction in phone calls from citizens about bills that you'd refer them to Nuvei Paya.
Right, and even, because they would maybe call Nuvei, and if Nuvei can handle it, they will, or because they can see more of their detail and history online and find more information before they.
So the city pays the credit card fees now.
Correct.
What do you anticipate that to save in a given month or year?
Probably over 12,000. Right now, the fees are about between 1,500 and 2,000 per month.
Any other questions? If not, looking for a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to authorize the city administrator to execute a proposal and corresponding agreement with Nuvei Paya to provide online payments, e-billing, and citizen engagement solutions for the city of Winsted.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. You know, I was prepared to wait for you. Organization report tonight is the Winston Ambassadors. All of you step up. Pass this down.
Hello, we are the 2023-2024 Winsted Ambassadors. I'm Amber Ganicka.
I'm Haley Lucina.
I am Danny Faulkner. We have had a great year traveling all over the state of Minnesota, representing our beautiful Winsted community. Our travels took us as far away as Northfield and Cambridge, and as close as our neighboring communities, and everywhere in between. When we complete our reign in August, we have visited a total of 24 other communities in the state, and have participated in a little over 50 events.
We've also had the opportunity to volunteer in our very own community. A few things we have volunteered at over the last year have been the Fireman's Spaghetti Dinner, the Pancake Breakfast, Legion Breakfast, Movies in the Park, Windstock, Easter Egg Hunt, Business Trick or Treat, Winsted Winter Festival, the Women's Expo, Winsted Chamber of Commerce Banquet, and we will be volunteering at Winsted Night Out and the Summer Festival.
We want to thank the City of Winsted for helping us to keep this program running. It is a wonderful opportunity for young women to grow in confidence, have opportunities for public speaking, participate in a leadership seminar as well as etiquette training, and grow in our interview skills. All of these are lifelong skills that we can continue to grow and improve upon. This program is also a great way for young people to get involved and learn the importance of volunteering and giving back to their community. Thank you.
So where do you all go to school?
I go to school where I graduated from Howard Lake Waverly Winsted High School.
Okay.
I also just graduated from Howard Lake Waverly Winsted High School.
I graduated from Holy Trinity here in Winsted.
Okay. And you mentioned it a little bit in your talk, but if there are young ladies watching tonight, or they'll see your picture in the paper, because you're going to take one, right? Okay, yes. What would you say to encourage them to run for a Winston Ambassador?
I would say it's a really good opportunity just to getting to talk to people, getting to know people of your community. It's an awesome scholarship opportunity, and just really getting to enhance your public speaking skills.
Mm-hmm.
Through this program, I have learned lots of leadership skills, and it helped my ability to public speak, and I have gained lots of skills and knowledge, and it would be good for any young girls to get involved with.
Mm-hmm. I've learned a lot more about public speaking and just gaining more confidence in myself and being able to talk to people in a bunch of communities that we visited.
I gotta believe those skills will go with you for the rest of your life, right?
For sure.
So when you're at other communities, I would assume because it's Winsted, they recognize you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of like close towns for sure that we have. Like our surrounding towns we're pretty familiar with. So it's super fun. And then going to some of the bigger events like Anoka or Big Lake was pretty big. Sometimes they know where Winsted is, which is kind of cool. Pretty small towns.
Well, you're what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Whenever we take other, invite them to our summer festival and our Winsted winter festival as well.
Good. Well, you're wonderful representatives of the community, so thank you, because I know it's a lot of time and you don't have any weekends of your own in the summer.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments?
No.
Thank you. Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
for having us.
We come to the open forum section of the meeting. If you have anything you want to address the council, step up to the podium, name, address. Okay, we'll move on to the last item then. That would be city administrator updates and announcements. Neil?
I don't have a lot, just a couple of things tonight. I was just told by Mr. Eckstein that the brush site goal to be available is on Saturday, hopefully. Right? If everything goes right. Yep. And then I was told to remind people that the filings will be opening up for the city of Winsted. For council and mayor positions, be open on July 30th at 8 a.m. and close August 13th at 5 p.m. For the mayor, 2-year term, 1 council member at large, 4-year term. I guess there's 2 of those, 2 council members at large. And then the general election is to be held in the city of Winsted on Tuesday, November 5th. Applications for filing are available at City of Winsted, City Hall, and the filing fee is $2. Last day to withdraw is August 15th at 5 p.m.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Tom, do you have anything?
I do not.
Jeff?
No.
Jesse?
Just want Neil to put his hat back on again, other than that.
All right. Katrina.
Jeff?
Nothing, Mr. Mayor.
Looking for a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
There must be a lot.